What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. And if you couldn't tell, I'm in Pennsylvania. And if you've been following me, on my social media stuff, you would know that already. It was actually a couple of days ago that I got back to Pennsylvania here with my family. And, I put that out on, Twitter and Instagram. It was kind of a mix primarily of those. But anyway, I made it here. You would know that if you followed me. And if you aren't following me on those pages, why the heck not? Because especially Twitter and Facebook are really reliable ways to get my videos on a regular basis. Because anytime I put them up on YouTube, I put them on Facebook and Twitter as well. Instagram is usually kind of more so some of the in-between stuff, like when I'm taking trips. Like I was, and, it's just different little things here and there that are kind of, I guess, a little more personal. Anyway, so I'm here in PA, gonna be here about a month and a week, so then I'm gonna head on back to Texas. But anyway, while I'm here, So, first off, let me just say I'm really glad I recorded a whole bunch of Let's Play stuff on the front end, because I am totally not going to be able to do that while I'm here. I mean, maybe had I brought my, 25-foot HDMI cord that I bought at one point, maybe I could have gotten away with it. But, just little look at my setup here. Apologies for moving the webcam and making it all shaky and stuff, but... So, I'm kind of here in, one corner of the room, and this is where my computer setup is. I've literally... Okay, this is when I'm going to start moving stuff. So, I've got the tower situated down here with mic stand kind of next to it. If you kind of follow it around the wall there, this is where I've got my mouse and keyboard set up, and there's the monitor... and if there wasn't such a glare, you'd probably get one of those weirdo, Inception-y things. But anyway. And then all the way over in the other corner of the room, that's where my TV Xbox setup is. So, yeah. Needless to say, video game Let's Play recording stuff is not going to be happening while I'm here. Which makes me glad I recorded so many of those episodes on the front end of things. But anyway... I do have this setup that I can work with here, though, that I can at least record these kind of vlogish / topical videos. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm working with here, and that's where I am at the moment. In terms of how the trip went, I was gonna try and see if I could, compile stuff from, Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, to just kind of show you that as the trip summary. However, there were some complications. Let me just say, part of the reason I'm doing this is because day one of my trip in particular, I had complications with getting my phone to stay connected to the car charger thing, because I don't know what it is. I guess the connection is just kind of loose at the end of my phone, where it plugs into the power and all that. So, yeah, there's also a lot of jostling around in my car, and so, that just, I tried a couple of different ways of setting my phone in relation to the charger, and it just kept coming loose a little bit. I would have it plugged in for a while, but then inevitably it'd jostle around and come loose from the cord, and I would get to my next stop and notice I have 5% battery on my phone. So, yeah, didn't really do much Instagram, social media, anything on day one. So that was really the main complication on that day, as well as there was a patch where there was some heavy rain that slowed me and other people around me down. There was also some traffic as I was getting on I-30, or as I was on I-30 partway there was an accident blocking up traffic, so that slowed me down for like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. So that was really, those were really the main complications from day one. I mean, I stopped and had lunch at Panda Express before all that happened, and then dinner, I was in Mississippi right near my first stop. I went to this like kind of steakhouse place and had a pretty decent steak there. I mean, it was, for my personal taste, it was slightly more cooked than I would have liked, but better too much than too little. Plus, it was tender enough that I practically didn't even need a knife to cut it up. But anyway, so then I stopped at the one place in Mississippi, which really probably would not have been my first stop, but like there were some people that I know that I was visiting there. Shout out to the Ramseys. Thanks for letting me crash at your place for the night. And then the second day, I continued on, got most of the rest of the way towards Pennsylvania, and really, there weren't too many driving complications that day. Just some minor traffic slowing due to construction and things like that. But otherwise, not really much to speak about there. I had lunch, went to a Shoney's for the first time ever, I'm pretty sure. Had the buffet there, so I kind of could see and know what I was getting into. Not that I am questioning the quality of any of their other food, but that was kind of what happened there. I also, before I left Mississippi in the morning, I went to this donut shop that was pretty darn good. I wound up eventually having 3 donuts from there, and the first one I had, like, right at the place as I got them was a chocolate-covered... It was a chocolate donut with chocolate, like, glaze cover stuff on it. And that was pretty good. It was, like, really heavy and rich, though. So that was all I ate for the morning. And then later I also had, like, a blueberry donut. I think they said it was blueberry cake. But anyway, had a blueberry donut and also later a red velvet cake donut. Those were both pretty good, too. Like, I'm not disappointed at all. But anyway. So those were kind of the main stops. I actually didn't really wind up having dinner that day. I don't know why. For some reason, that donut in the morning just kept me filled up until, like, mid-afternoon. And that was when I stopped at Shoney's and had lunch. And so then I wasn't really hungry to have a full-fledged dinner. So anyway, stopped at, I think it was Lexington, Virginia, or no, I forget where I was. I was in some town in Virginia, close enough to, it's like, I was definitely most of the way to Pennsylvania by that point. Next day I had like 5 hours of driving left, stopped for lunch at a BJ's just outside a mall, stopped there for lunch, and then drove the remaining, like, not quite 3 hours. And then I wound up here. So that's kind of the summary of the trip and how all that went. Sorry I couldn't get things working properly on the first day or really give you the full experience of my trip. If you want to see a little bit more on that, there's some more stuff up on my Instagram and Twitter pages in particular, especially Instagram. So if you want to see a little bit more of how the trip went and just the different stops along the way, I've got some videos up there. And it's really kind of all that's going on for the moment. Still not sure what I'm going to do as far as videos here, other than Mondays I've got the Let's Play stuff all prepared, or at least it's all recorded. Might have to do some editing on those still, but that's all kind of in the queue. And yeah, so that's really all I've got in terms of updates and what's going on for now. So, again, if you're interested in seeing more stuff from the trip as I was going along, you could find my Instagram account. That'll have most of it on there. I've also got Facebook and Twitter where you might be able to see a couple of those updates. But definitely, if you want to see my videos like this, as I'm posting them up on YouTube, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. That somehow seems to be the most reliable way of getting my videos, just because I share those and link them anytime I'm posting stuff to YouTube. The YouTube subscription feed thing is weird these days, and nobody seems to know for sure exactly how it works. So you're probably almost better off following me on Facebook and Twitter. So anyway, if you're looking for all those, there's going to be information down in the description right below this video. You might have to scroll just a little bit to see all that, but it's there. So just look down there for the different ways to keep up with my social media stuff and find my videos on a regular basis. And otherwise, I would just say leave some comments down below with your thoughts on things you'd like me to talk about over the summer, or any other stuff that you would like to just share and talk about. Just let me know down below. So that's going to do it for this time around. I hope you're all doing well, and hopefully I will see you next time. But in any case, stay cool, people.